Hello students, how you all are? I hope you all will be fine. Today, as you all know that earlier a notice was given 2-3 days earlier that a test will be taken in the next video for English grammar lesson 1. In that continuation, this is the revision video I have prepared for you all, so that this is a complete video. If you are understanding, if you are carefully watching this video, so I think that whatever things are given in the paper that you will be doing for your test, you all would be able to do everything very easily. So today the lesson is English grammar sentences, and this is for both the classes, class 6th also and class 7th also. This will work for both the classes, because in both the classes, this is first lesson is sentences and the whole syllabus is near about equal. So this is a combined video for both the classes, and both the students of both the classes are expected to watch it very carefully. So what is a sentence? I have explained you earlier in the previous videos. Very nicely I have explained you, and I hope you all would be remembering those things. There is actually no such need of revision, because I firmly believe that whatever I have told you, that you all would have recognizing it very nicely. But revision is a must thing for the test, for any exam. So let us have a quick recall for that. And now first of all, this is the lesson name is sentences, and definition and feature. This is the definition: a group of words which makes a complete sense is called a sentence. This definition will work in both the places. It will be acting as a definition also, and it is one of the features of the sentences also. When I ask you, tell the definition of sentences, you will say, sir, a group of words which make a complete sense is called a sentence. And if I say, explain the features of the sentence, then first feature also it is a group of words which make a complete sense. So this is also the definition and one of the features. Not all the features, there are 3-4 features are there, but the first feature is also this definition, and it is also itself also it is a definition. So you will say a group of words which make a complete sense is called a sentence, and you will give the example. Ram is a good boy. He is playing. My father loves me very much. I study daily for 2 hours. I get up early in the morning. Group of words. So many words are there, and they are put together and it becomes a group. So that is a group of words. Now this is the definition also. See, I have marked here arrow, and it is feature also, one of the feature also. And this is the definition. When I ask you the definition, you will write this and give the example. Now features. When I ask you features, so you will say, sir, the main features of the sentences are following. The first feature you will write this definition only. A group of words which makes a complete sense is called a sentence. First feature it is completed. Now second feature. Here I have written 2 feature. This is the first feature. First feature this one, and second feature. Second feature is any sentence starts with a capital letter, ends with a full stop. If it states a fact, if there is any factual thing, it will. If there is any thing which is of fact that is describing, that will be ending with a full stop or question mark if the question is asked, if any question is being asked, where are you going, how did you come here, what is your problem, if any question is being asked, then a question mark will be there in the last of the sentence. It will be ending with the question, and exclamatory mark if there is sudden feeling are there. Alas, he is no more. Wow, India has won the match. Bravo, what a nice shot. When sudden feelings are there, anger, joy, happiness, sadness, so that type of feeling, if we are saying in this, that type of feeling is being communicated in that sentence, it becomes a exclamatory sentence, and exclamation mark is put there. Exclamatory mark is this one, isn't it? So exclamatory mark is put there. A line, and below line there will be a dot. So these are the features. Definition is this one, and features are 1, 2, 3, and 3 features are there. First is this one, definition. Second it starts with capital letter, and third is a little bit longer, but if you are understanding, it will not be very difficult. Ends with a full stop if it states a fact. Question mark if it's asking a question, and exclamatory mark if sudden feelings are there. No, if sudden feelings are expressed. Sudden feelings are expressed, isn't it? Now kinds. What are the kinds of sentences? So there are 4 kinds of sentences. First is declarative, second is imperative, third is interrogative, fourth is exclamatory. Declarative means something, when something is being told, any factual thing is being told. I get up early in the morning. This is a declaration I am giving you. I get up early in the morning. I study 2 hours a day. He watches television. These are all the types of sentences where any fact is being told, any truth is being told. That is called a declarative sentence, and declarative is also known as assertive. If I am asking you assertive or declarative, both are the same thing. Assertive or declarative are same thing. Now, declarative, again it has 2 kinds. First is affirmative. It can be asked in the test. So be careful and listen it carefully. Affirmative and negative. What are the kinds of declarative sentence if I ask? First is affirmative and second is negative. Affirmative sentence is also called positive sentence. If something is asked in, something is said in a positive way, in a meaningful sense. He is watching television. So it is a meaningful thing. He is studying. So where there is a positive sense, it will be a positive sentence or affirmative sentence, and when there is a negative sense, he does not study. I do not go to market. I do not get up early in the morning. These are all the things where a negative feeling is being expressed. That is also a fact. Fact is in positive form also and negative form also, but where there is a positive sense, it will be a positive sentence, and where there is a negative sense, it will be a negative sentence. Imperative sentence, again very important, very important. Imperative sentence, when there is a command or order, and here declarative sentence, it always ends with a full stop, isn't it? Now imperative sentence, when there is a command or order, it is used in three situations. When a command or order is being given, or second, if a request is being made, or third, if any advice or suggestion is being given. Suppose that order, open page number 75, switch on the fan, switch the fan on, bring me a glass of water. Any command or order is given, that is imperative sentence. Request, if I am making a request, will you please give me 500 rupees? I am in such a problem. Would you please give me 500 rupees? I have such a problem. Request. Please give me your English notebook because yesterday I did not come to school. This is also a request. So where there is a command or order, second is request, and third is advice or suggestion. If some advice is being given, you should work hard. You should get up early in the morning by 5 o'clock. Such type of suggestion. Your body is getting fatty. You should work hard. You should do exercise. any suggestion or advice is being given, that is called imperative sentence. It is used in 3 situations: command or order, second is request, and third is advice or suggestion. And it also ends with a full stop. Here also declarative also it ends with full stop, and imperative also ends with a full stop. Third is interrogative. It asks a question. Any simple question: where are you going? What is your name? How did you come here? Any question is being asked, then it will be an interrogative sentence. And fourth is exclamatory sentence. It usually starts with what or how. What a match. What a pleasant morning. How great he is. But this is not a rule. Beyond what or how, some other things would be there, but generally what or how it starts with. And it comes with strong feelings. Joy. Strong and sudden feelings. Suppose that, wow, I got the first rank in the class. It is a sudden feeling and a strong feeling. The feeling should not have very neutral form. It should be a strong feeling and sudden feeling. Joy, anger, sadness, shock. Alas, he is no more. So this type of happiness, etc. This bravo, what a nice performance. So that type of feelings, strong and sudden feelings, it is exclamatory sentence, and it ends with this exclamatory mark like this. One line and below that a dot. This is called exclamatory mark. Now this is the kinds of sentence. Now parts of sentence. There are 2 parts of sentence. First is subject and the other one is predicate. Subject, about whom something is said. जिसके बारे में कहा जाए. About whom something is said. And predicate, it tells about subject. Whatever thing is being told about that subject, that is called predicate, and about whom something is said, that is called subject. Suppose that example you see, by example you will be understanding. My mother loves tea. Now we don't have to do anything. Only we have to ask a question by adding who. Very simple formula, in so many videos I have told you. How to find subject, we have to ask who. And when we have to find an object, we have to ask what. For finding out subject, we have to ask who, and for finding out the object, we have to ask what. Here we have to find out subject. We have to ask who with the verb. My mother loves tea. Now what is the verb here? What is the action? Love. Love is the action. So we will ask to the verb by adding who. Who loves tea? And the answer is coming, my mother. So this is called subject. And what is told about my mother? That she loves tea. It will be predicate. Second, at one of the shop stood Ramu. At one of the shop stood Ramu. Again, we have to ask the question what? By who? Who stood? And the answer is coming Ramu. So, Ramu is the subject, and what is being told about it, that is at one of the shop. So this is stood. This is all will be predicate. So this is the simple thing, very clear cut thing. I hope you all would be understanding it. So do your paper very honestly, because no one is there. I am also not there, and it is up to you. Very honestly you do it, and within 1 hour sufficient time is given, and you can submit it by tomorrow 2 o'clock. So plenty of time is there, and submit the paper by tomorrow, because if you will not submit, then your attendance will also not be marked, and it is for your revision purpose. Do it very nicely. All the best. Have a wonderful day.